In this video, we'll explore the money habits that could be keeping you poor and provide insights from renowned financial expert Dave Ramsey on how to overcome them. So buckle up and get ready to take charge of your finances. Number 1. Living beyond your means. Living beyond your means is a trap that many of us fall into. It's easy to get caught up in the desire to keep up with the Joneses and live a lifestyle that may not be sustainable. When we spend more than we earn, we accumulate debt, which can quickly spiral out of control. It's important to recognize that material possessions do not bring lasting happiness and that true financial freedom comes from living within our means. Dave Ramsey recommends creating a budget and sticking to it, even if it means making sacrifices. By prioritizing our spending and being intentional about where our money goes, we can avoid the stress and anxiety that come with living paycheck to paycheck. So if you find yourself struggling to make ends meet, take a step back and reevaluate your spending habits. Remember, financial stability is within reach if you're willing to make the necessary changes. Number 2, not saving for emergencies. Life can be unpredictable, and emergencies can strike at any moment. Whether it's a sudden job loss, a medical emergency, or a car repair, unexpected expenses can quickly drain our savings and leave us in a precarious financial situation. That's why it's crucial to have an emergency fund to fall back on. An emergency fund is a buffer that can help you weather the storm and avoid going into debt. Dave Ramsey recommends saving 3 to 6 months' worth of expenses in your emergency fund so you're prepared for whatever comes your way. This may seem like a daunting task, but by starting small and being consistent, you can build up your emergency fund over time. Consider setting up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your savings account each month. This way, you won't even have to think about it, and your emergency fund will grow without you even realizing it. Remember, having an emergency fund is not a luxury but a necessity. It's one of the most important steps you can take towards financial security and peace of mind. Number 3, relying on credit cards. Credit cards can be a convenient tool for making purchases, but they can also be a double-edged sword. When we rely too heavily on credit cards, we can quickly accumulate high-interest debt and find ourselves in a financial hole. It's essential to recognize that using credit cards to finance a lifestyle that we can't afford is a recipe for disaster. Instead, Dave Ramsey recommends using cash or a debit card for day-to-day expenses and saving credit cards for emergencies only. By using cash or a debit card, we're forced to be more intentional about our spending and avoid overspending. We're also more likely to stick to our budget and avoid impulse purchases. It's important to remember that credit cards are a tool, and like any tool, they need to be used responsibly. If you're struggling with credit card debt, consider consolidating your debt or seeking the help of a financial advisor. With a solid plan and discipline, you can take control of your finances and achieve financial freedom. Number 4, neglecting retirement savings. Before we dive into the topic at hand, I have a small request to make. If you're enjoying this video, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could show your support by subscribing to the channel. This way, you'll be the first to know about future content and updates, and it will also help us reach a wider audience. Thank you for your consideration. Retirement may seem like a far-off dream, but it's important to start planning for it early. Neglecting retirement savings is a common mistake that many of us make, but it's one that can have serious consequences down the road. Dave Ramsey stresses the importance of starting to save for retirement as early as possible and taking advantage of the power of compound interest. By investing consistently over time, even small contributions can grow into a significant nest egg. Neglecting retirement savings can lead to working longer than we want or having to make significant sacrifices in retirement. It's essential to take advantage of retirement savings options like 401k plans and IRAs and contribute as much as possible. It's also important to regularly review and adjust our retirement plan as our circumstances change. Remember, retirement savings is not something that can be put off until later. The earlier we start, the more time we have to build a comfortable retirement nest egg. Number 5, not having a plan to pay off debt. Debt can be a heavy burden that weighs us down and holds us back from achieving our financial goals. Not having a plan to pay off debt can keep us stuck in a cycle of high interest payments and prevent us from making progress towards financial freedom. Dave Ramsey emphasizes the importance of having a plan to pay off debt and sticking to it. This may involve making sacrifices and cutting back on unnecessary expenses, but it's a necessary step towards becoming debt-free. One effective approach to paying off debt is the debt snowball method, where we start by paying off our smallest debts first and then work our way up to the larger ones. This approach can provide a sense of accomplishment and motivation as we see our progress and gain momentum. It's also important to avoid taking on new debt while paying off existing debt and to regularly review and adjust our plan as circumstances change. Remember, paying off debt requires discipline and determination, but the rewards of financial freedom are well worth it. Number 6. Not investing in yourself. Investing in ourselves is an essential component of achieving financial success and personal fulfillment. Neglecting to invest in ourselves can leave us feeling stagnant and prevent us from reaching our full potential. Dave Ramsey emphasizes the importance of continuous learning and personal development as a means of expanding our knowledge and skills and increasing our earning potential. This may involve taking courses or classes, attending workshops or seminars, or even hiring a coach or mentor to guide us. Investing in ourselves can also involve taking care of our physical and mental health, as these are critical factors that impact our overall well-being and productivity. Neglecting self-care can lead to burnout and prevent us from performing at our best. It's essential to prioritize our personal growth and development and view it as an ongoing process rather than a one-time event. By investing in ourselves, we can build the skills and knowledge necessary to achieve our financial and personal goals and create a fulfilling and satisfying life. Number 7. Giving into instant gratification. Instant gratification is a tempting but dangerous trap that can prevent us from achieving our long-term financial goals. Giving into instant gratification means prioritizing short-term pleasures over long-term gains, and it can lead to financial instability and hardship. Dave Ramsey stresses the importance of delaying gratification and focusing on the bigger picture. This may involve making sacrifices in the present, such as skipping that fancy dinner or putting off that vacation in order to invest in our future. It's essential to develop a strong sense of self-control and discipline when it comes to our finances and to resist the temptation to give in to impulsive purchases or unnecessary expenses. One effective approach to combating instant gratification is to establish a budget and stick to it. This can help us prioritize our spending and ensure that our money is going towards the things that matter most. It's also important to practice gratitude and appreciation for what we already have rather than constantly seeking more. Remember, giving into instant gratification may provide a temporary high, but it can ultimately lead to long-term financial hardship. By developing self-control and delaying gratification, we can build a solid financial foundation and create a more stable and fulfilling life. Number 8. Not having a financial plan. A lack of a financial plan can leave us feeling lost and unsure about how to manage our money effectively. Without a plan in place, we may end up making haphazard financial decisions that don't align with our long-term goals. Dave Ramsey emphasizes the importance of having a financial plan that outlines our objectives, strategies, and timelines for achieving financial success. This may involve creating a budget, establishing savings goals, and developing an investment strategy. It's essential to regularly review and adjust our plan as circumstances change and to stay disciplined in our approach. A financial plan can provide us with a sense of direction and purpose and help us make informed decisions about our money. It can also provide us with a sense of security and stability, knowing that we have a roadmap for achieving our financial goals. Remember, a financial plan doesn't have to be complex or overwhelming. It can be as simple as creating a budget and tracking our expenses. By taking the time to develop a financial plan and sticking to it, we can create a more secure and fulfilling financial future. In conclusion, Dave Ramsey's tips provide invaluable insight into how we can develop healthy financial habits and avoid common pitfalls that can keep us trapped in the cycle of debt and financial instability.